You're liking the windswept look today. Just been out for a walk. It's one of the things I miss about not having Gibson around anymore. Actually, is going for walks. He went to live with a new family because we couldn't really cope. My husband has a broken back basically, and a 5-month-old black Labrador puppy and limited mobility are not a good combination. And I couldn't be here all the time, so we found him a lovely home. There's an old guy who has retired and does shooting, and Gibson was a gun dog, and he's gone to live with him, and he'll be trained up as a gun dog, which is fabulous. But I miss my walks. I miss going out for a walk every day, or having to go out for a walk every day. So despite my foot still being a bit dodgy, I went for a walk today, and it was beautiful, frosty, sunny, and then the sun goes away, and it's windy, and it was freezing. So I'm windswept. Anyway, so today, talking to you about one of the first things that happened when I realised how the Caveman Rules work was I went, oh my God, what about my daughter? And actually, funnily enough, most of the clients who come to see me who are parents, that's kind of their first thought when we talk it through, not themselves, but oh my God, what about my kids? And in fact, I ended up writing a course called How to Avoid Screwing Up Your Kids because I realised there is stuff that we can do with kids around the Caveman Rules. There is stuff we can do to counter it. You can't go all the way. That it's innate. It's in our programming. But there are things, especially around love and such likes, and I'll talk to you more about them one day. So I kind of wrote this course, and I found in the last few months I've started to work with kids a lot. The youngest down to about 8, eldest, I suppose you can class them as kids, about 17, for a whole range of different issues. And I really love working with kids. Because the thing is, kids don't question that you want them to use their imagination. Adults do, you see. Adults have just as good imagination as kids. They just suppress it by their beliefs. That's the difference. So when I ask an adult if that feeling had a colour, what would it be? They look at me and go, you're a nutter. If I ask a kid, they answer, and then they look at their mother or father and expect them to look at them like they're a nutter. But everything is in our imagination. We all have our own realities in our head. So we all see things in a way that's unique to us, which means that we have the power to change those things. So working with kids is just great fun. You can get such amazing results that you can't get through some of the more traditional methods. Just by having fun and playing and drawing pictures and imagining bad guys and good guys. And, one of the great things at the moment is so many kids play Minecraft that you can use Minecraft to hook into, because Minecraft's just a game, somebody programmed it, and you used it for building blocks, and you make stuff up, right? And you can destroy stuff. It's just as easy to make things as it is to knock things down. And I quite often say to kids when I'm first talking to them, most of the stuff you watch on telly is made up. It's made up in somebody's head. And everything you watch has a bad guy and a good guy, and the bad guy never wins, right? So if you've got something going on in your head, you just make it the bad guy, and the bad guy can never win. So you let the kids' imagination change it. That's the hardest thing. One of the hardest things for parents who come with their kids is to allow their kids to do it, because they're so used to taking every action they possibly can to help their kids. They'll do anything for them. That's why they brought them to me. I mean, really, it's kind of a last resort, isn't it? A hypnotherapist for a kid? You'd go, why would you? But, as it happens, I can help them very well. But they will do absolutely anything for the kids. So when I have a session with the kids, with the parents there, they want to know what they have to do afterwards to help. And the answer is nothing, because it's all in your kids' control. And that's the single biggest thing that we can teach our kids, is how to think their way out of problems, because they have the capability to do that. They're just used to looking or reaching out to us. And actually, at the moment, I'm working on a course on Teach Kids Resilience, which is for teachers. There's only so much they can do in a classroom. Some of the Caveman Rules are really nothing to do with them, like the one about being loved. But there are things that they can do that help teach kids resilient thinking. So I'm working on a course. Hopefully we'll get to try it with my local school where my daughter is, and hopefully get to roll it out with a few more schools. So that's my thought of the day. And I'm going to waffle on a bit because for some reason this thing keeps on not saving the end bit. So if I say nothing important for any moment at all in a waffly kind of way,